Good morning, world. Good morning, entrepreneurs. Good morning to those that are watching this live and those that are catching the recording of this. Thank you all for spending your time with us this morning. We come in here each day to give you love and inspiration, smiles, happiness, everything that gets you in starting with your day, with the happiness and everything that you're doing, taking those adventures within life, the just living your day to day as you go to work, as you deal with people out there in the world of reality. These are things that we all have to do no matter what. But getting yourself within that alignment, getting yourself in tune with the good words within yourself, giving yourself the love and the happiness will start your day with a good attitude. And then that way, when you have to go out there in the world of reality, you can handle everything that is coming at you. Everyone that is going to dump all their situations, all their negativity on you, all their negative conversations, all their negative life, they want to dump it on you because they see that you are a strong person. Your head is held high, your shoulders are back, and they can see that you have a glow within you, and they think that you need to hear all of their problems. Well, guess what? We can listen, but it doesn't mean that we have to absorb their negativity. It doesn't mean that we have to put their situations into our life. We can listen to their situations and let them ramble for a moment and just look at them with a kindness and look at them with a love, not trying to solve their problems for them or give them solutions to what they could do to fix it, because they need to figure it out on their own. They need to work their own situations to get themselves into that realm of happiness that they were stolen from, because they allowed somebody else's negativity to pile on them. So guess what? They have found out their shoulders are not big enough to handle the situations for everyone. Guess what? My shoulders aren't big enough to handle everyone else's situations either. I have to deal with my own. Just like each and every one of these individuals you see on here, they are handling their own. They're moving throughout their own situations. And what do they do when they call? They are able to chat with me, and I listen to them, and then I give them a few words of different things that I was able to do. And if it was something that I've never been through or experienced, then what do? I connect them with another person that I know that has been going through something like that, and what they have done to move their self out of that darkness, out of that depression, out of that anxiety. So with that right there, I know I have people that work with me on a day-to-day basis within my community, within my support groups, with everything that I have within life, that I know that they will be able to assist and listen and motivate and guide people in a better direction. There's many things that, yes, I have been through within life, and many times I get in here and I'm able to talk more and more flowing on those subjects. But I talk about happiness. I talk about joy. I talk about the things that I am going through and experiencing in life now, because I am in a better position, a better person, a better attitude, because I had learned how to get myself in that realm. There was a time before that you would have never asked me a how to do or how to be or how to do anything in life, because I would have told you where to stick it and go figure it out yourself. I don't give a shit. That was my attitude, because I was still trying to figure out my stuff within life. So how was I able to help and assist others if I wasn't in a better state myself? And there was many times that I wasn't in that state. But after all my trainings and everything that I have been through within my life, and all the people that I've been able to surround myself with that has mentored me and guided me and been able to show me the better path of things that I can do that's going to turn my life around, that's what I did. I listened to them. I listened to what they had told me, because I seen what they had went through. I seen how they got out of it. I seen the position that they're in now versus where they were. Because what did they do? They got in and they took action for themselves. They implemented some different trainings. Instead of just reading the book, they implemented what they read out of the book. They put it into their life, their actions, whether they were, their financials were in a bad situation. You can read books all day long, but if you're not implementing something to get those finances in a better state, then it's not going to happen. I can want my mindset to be in a better state, and I can read books about it all day long. But yet, if I don't implement some of those actions, it's not going to happen. Putting the good words to myself. I thought they were crazy. Tell myself I love me. What do you mean? That's not going to make me feel better. Yes, it does. Sitting down and writing down some goals of where you want to go. I thought that was crazy. I know where I want to go. I know how I'm going to make it happen. Guess what? I didn't make it happen. I was kicking down doors before that I was even ready to receive what was on the other side of that door. I had to learn how to get myself into a receiving mode and not kick down the door, but learn how to open that knob nice and easy to come on in. And then before I know it, I was ready to receive the information. that was on the other side. I was ready to receive the abundance that was on the other side. And every day we come in here and you see the abundance of the love that is supported within this community. You see the love of the people that are doing something different within their lives. You see the smile on people's faces just within here on the things that they're doing to move their life into a different realm, a different state, a different position, a different vibration level, all by giving it to their words first, knowing that they don't have to handle the entire world's problems. All we need to handle is the ones that we're right here around us right now. And that's called you, your aura, your time-space reality, this little physical body. These are the ones that you need to take care of and maintain and make sure you keep them in a good, happy state, a good vibration, a good flow. And then guess what? Your attitude is going to show the world that you are in the right place at the right time, because you will be able to connect with people and do things for them that you didn't even know you was going to do just by a few kind words. Some of the words that we bring out in here in the morning times, if the shoe fits, wear it, guys. You know, something that we're talking about and it relates to what you're going through, pay attention. It might be another sign that is given to you today to where you know that you're either in the right path or you might need to shift up a path just a little bit more. You might need to quit worrying about that knee-jerk reaction of trying to respond to everybody's conversation with a fixing mentality. Fix your own house first. Fill it with love first. Get yourself in tune with your higher power, your universe, whether you're meditating, whether you're reading a book, whether you're listening to YouTube, podcast, whatever it is, get that message within you each day. And once you line yourself up in the morning times with that message, then guess what? Your day will flow in a little better direction. Your life will flow in a little better happiness. The smiles will come and you don't even know why. And you're going to look in the mirror and you say, hey, I like that smile you're wearing today. I want to wear it more often. So what did I just do? I just told the universe that I liked something and I want to have more of it. So what will it bring to me? More happiness and some more smiles. So when you start telling the universe the different things that you want within your life, they already know what you don't want because you express that just as well. You know, oh, that stove was hot. I don't want to touch that anymore. Duh. Yes. So now you told yourself and the universe that you know that it's hot and you're not going to do it. But you know how to do better things within life to make yourself better because you've given yourself the good words. Do it every day. Have the smiles, have the laughter, have the joy, have fun in everything that you're doing throughout life altogether. Having fun. I love that being Carol can now, you know, go and we're going to go spend 4 or 5 days in Austin. Then we're going to go and meet Julio from Chicago in Dallas, Texas. You know, that right there was something I could have never done before within my life until I started becoming an entrepreneur and putting the directions of what I wanted in my life. And I started telling the universe and they started aligning up with me. Or how should I put it? I started aligning up with them. Because if I talk negative, they don't line up with me. I talk happiness, they're waiting for me right there at all times. They're waiting for me to get in that happy vibration state, to come up there and hang out with the higher powers. Why do they do that? Because they don't know anything about negativity. They don't know anything about depression. The universe, God, Jesus, they know only love and happiness. And that's all they have spread throughout this world the entire time when it was made. And that's all it's asking us to do on a day-to-day basis, is spread our love, spread our happiness, spread our joy. Make others smile just as well. Make yourself smile and laugh. Because it is that love, laughter, and those smiles that can shift this entire world into a whole different realm. And it all starts with us. I know I get up and do it every day. I know many of these people right here on this screen get up and do it every day. And we have thousands more that are coming along. And we have many more that we are connecting with across the world. Enjoy the journey, guys, because it is a great day to have a great day.
Hey, Thomas, I never thought it was possible either. Before me stepping out, you know, no joke, in the last year and a half, I've taken more vacations, went more places than I have been in the last 10 years, guys. In the last 10 years, you know, that's why I talk about how, you know, getting the right frame of mind, starting your morning, starting your day off right, like, you know, practicing positivity, practicing the law of attraction, paying attention to yourself, you know, establishing goals, um, you know, I mean, just establishing new routines, just everything in its entirety. Like I never thought any of this was even possible. You know, I went to more places in a short amount of time than I have in years. In years, man. That blows my freaking mind, man. Because I used to complain before I met Thomas. If you were in my circle, you might have heard me complaining and you know, murmuring and saying, oh, I'm always working and I never have enough money for this and I never have enough money for that. And what was I operating off of? I was operating off of doubt. I was operating off of fear. I was operating off of negativity. I was operating off of I can't, you know, this and that and such. All of these things are impossible for me. Why would they be possible for me? Now, I have a job, a regular job. As you guys can see, I always have my, you know, a lot of times I have my, when you see me on video, a lot of times I have my work shirt on, you know. I don't allow that to stop me. I don't allow vacations or, hey, you don't have enough vacation time or whatever to stop me. I have stopped allowing the limitations that I, you know, once had to, to, to continue to function in my day. I stopped allowing that negativity to control me and literally, you know, depict the outcome of the path that my life was going to take. I stopped that. I put that to a stop, you know, like enough is enough kind of stuff. But it wasn't like one day, you know, out of nowhere, boom. No, you know, operating in a belief, operating on a higher frequency, operating in positivity, you know, learning what it was to restructure my thinking, to control my mind. And I don't mean, you know, mind controlling itself, but just the aspect of building better habits, getting rid of old habits, you know, and practicing a specific routine day in and day out, day in and day out, and seeing what it does for me, you know, and doing that, I've seen results, I've seen growth, I've seen maturity, you know. I can't speak on other people. You know, if I know you really, really well, I can speak to your life, but I can't speak on what this has done for other individuals. All I can talk about is what it's done for me by looking in the mirror and telling myself I'm handsome, telling myself, you know, that things are getting better now. Literally singing a, you know, a song to myself, proclaiming, affirming that things are going to get better in my life, that I'm going to practice better habits, that I'm going to start doing things differently. I'm gonna start being more wise by how I spend my time, how I spend my energy, how, you know, how I'm investing, you know, my effort throughout my day. You know, I started to be a lot more intentional about my time, what time I go to bed, what time I wake up, how much time I was gonna be spending watching this, reading that, with this person on the phone, speaking to leads, operating my business.
Operating his business, living life. That's what he's doing. He has been working diligently for the last couple of years and has got into it. He's entrepreneur now. He was in a point and a place in his life where he had to revamp and redo everything, just like every one of us, you know, because we've worked for so long for other people. But yet, as an entrepreneur, you're working for you. You have to make sure that you get up and you hustle your life, no matter what. We give away our time to other people for a monetary check at a job site. We've been doing that for many, many years. But yet, those that have entrepreneur mindsets that went out and started their own air conditioner company, started their own plumbing company, their own electrical company. Here, a lot of us, online digital marketers and things like that is what we do. Some people have learned how to go out and do copywriting, editing, videoing. There's many different skill sets that you can do within life that you can go out and start your own business. You know, if you work with flowers, you can go and do a florist business. If you like pets, you can go out and start, you know, a grooming business, dog walking. It doesn't matter. There's so many different ways. If you are in, you know, needing extra cash or you're needing to want to start a business, whatever it is within life, just know there's many, many, many ways that you can start a business, any shape, form, or fashion, because all you have to do is just get out there and put your action to it, start advertising, start putting out some business cards, doing whatever. So if you want to start walking some dogs, start your little dog walking business. If you want to start washing cars, go start washing cars. Because that was my first detail business at 18 years of age. You know, I needed something different within my, oh, well, not 18. I was 28, 22, 21, 22. I just got back from the military. I came home, started working in the industrial field, and had a baby. I was working 12 hours a day then. And then 6 months later, my wife walked out, left us and the baby. So I had to find something totally different within life to do skill wise, because when I was working in the refinery, she was at home with the baby, but yet when she wasn't, I had to find something different. So daycare doesn't open up at 4 o'clock in the morning when I needed to get to work. So I literally had to find something else to do. So what did I do? I started going to people's houses with a bucket, with the wax, with the cleaners, with a hose. Those that had the real nice cars, the pretty Bentleys and the Jaguars and the Porsches and the Corvettes and the you name it. I went and said I was a specialty cleaner because I only touched high-end cars, because they knew all of my stuff wasn't going to leave scratches. I wasn't going to leave marks, because when I drove up in a nice vehicle, then they seen that I have respect for mine. So yes, they allowed me to wash and clean their vehicles. Before you know it, I was able to start a brick and mortar shop. And then I had 25 guys working for me at a detail shop. It all started and it happened just like that. All because I went and put a little bit of hustle and didn't mind voicing my opinion to someone saying, hey, I can do this for you. Your car's a little dusty today. And then before you know it, I have 5 car lots. I had the Ford place, the Chevy place. I had the 2 or 3 used car lots. I had, you name it. I had them contacting me and say, hey, we hear you're doing a great job on cleaning these cars for everybody. Can you start doing ours? Yes, I can. So me going around just by door to door knocking to get a few cars got me into a large business that I had started, all by, I think I spent $25 at AutoZone in cleaning supplies. And that $25 turned into the first car I did for $175. So $25, I am return on investment of $150. Not bad. Did I go and have to put some hours in and a little bit of sweat and elbow grease? Yes, I did. But that next one, it gave me a referral of 3 from that first one. He referred 3 people right then and there. Then I was able to go out and do 3 more cars the next day. And then before you know it, it just blossomed and blossomed and blossomed. No matter what business that you're wanting to do, guys, no matter where you're wanting to go with your life, Shannon's wanting to learn a little bit more about editing. And it sounds like she's got an editor and a videographer. She's fixing to help her out, right? Is that what I see in the chats? Yes. So Shannon has been wanting to move her life towards the editing. She walked away from the Walmart accounting in that position to build her business online full-fledged, and she's wanting to dive into something more, to have a niche that she could have of editing and copywriting and videoing and stuff like that. So she has now got her a drone. She's now got her an editor, videographer, and an editor that is going to show her the tips and tricks to do what? Improve her skills so she can go out there and say, you know what? This is what I do. This is what I have been able to do for others. And this is what I can do for you. And then guess what? Then there comes a charge. Yes, because all of your skills and your tasks that you learn and you do, you can ask people for payment for it. Don't do that stuff for free, guys. Many stuff that you get with us in here in the morning times that you get for free. Yeah, go to Tony Robbins, go to Gary V's, go to the main events. You're going to pay thousands to sit up on there, but you're going to get so much more from that when you go to those events as well. They have the trainings, they have the knowledge, they have the books, they have the DVDs. And here, all we're wanting you to do is jumpstart your day to say, I love you, to know that you have the skills to be able to go out and do anything that you want. You have the power within to be able to go out and create whatever it is that you desire, that you want within your life. There's nobody limited to working just for that company that you're with right now. I've worked for many companies that I had no clue. Let's put it this way. I flew to a third world country, got offered to do a different position than what I went there for, and I never done it at all in my life. Never been behind the computer, but they offered for me to do this job. I said, well, what do I have to do? Well, we're going to send you through 6 months of training. So guess what? I got paid a shitload of money to go sit behind a computer for 6 months and learn a new skill of scheduling and planning. Something I'd never been around the computers, never been around actually planning the jobs. I was always the one that was the skilled labor that was doing the job. The engineers and everybody else planned it, scheduled it out, knew it. All right, you're going to do this on this day, this on this day, this on this day. The job will be started on this day and completed on that day. Hey, when I learned how to do all that and actually put it on graphs and know how to give it and how to present it to the contractor to say, this is the start date, this is the end date. This is what you're hired to do. And then be able to lay it all out for the policies and procedures of what they had to follow. Something I'd never been in. But guess what? I opened my mind and I learned how. Just like what we do every day within this online world. We're opening our minds to receive new information each day. I don't care if you're 17 or 75. You will keep learning every single day until the day that you pass away, because it is that knowledge that you learn today that may be better for you next year, next week, because the different things that you're learning is going to be implemented into your life. Enjoy it. Roll with it. Brother Julio, you back?
Oh yeah. No. Well, I forgot where I left off specifically, but hey, when duty calls, you got to pick up the phone. It is what it is. That was the boss, but nonetheless, man, just getting yourself into a right frame of mind, you're able to operate and think differently. You're able to examine your life differently. You're able to assess, situations and circumstances differently. It all starts exactly what Thomas was saying, with examining yourself, telling yourself the right things, affirming great things within yourself, looking in the mirror, practicing positivity, get a freaking pen and paper, write some things down, guys. How do you know some people, I'm just finding through conversations, just, regular everyday conversations with a variety of different people, whether it be leads or other, that a lot of people have never actually sat down and thought about what they wanted to do, how they wanted to live their life. I'm 37 and I'm doing this. The people that I'm speaking to are older than me, the majority of them. And they've never stopped to actually sit down and assess what they wanted for their life. Well, Julio, I've just been working this job, for 15 years. I don't know how to do anything else, or, my dad told me, or, my mom told me, or, they set me up really good with this position and blah, blah. And I go, okay, well, what are you building? I'm building, I pay my bills and my children and my wife and my mortgage and I go, okay, well, what are you building? And they go, nothing. Exactly. You're not instilling anything for your future, for the next generation, for your legacy, and then you'll ask them about, it's kind of like that concept, Thomas, that you brought about, not the concept, but you talked about a few weeks ago, how the person had never heard the concept of practicing positivity, or had never heard about structuring their morning, or, and you're like, what? Like, hey, well, we do this morning show and so forth, and it's like that though, I've been speaking about finding my true calling in life. I found that because of me being a great motivator, because of me being a great encourager, number one, it's important to me to work on myself first. So until I work on myself, I can't be a blessing to somebody else. We always talk about that, that airplane concept where you get on an airplane, they tell you, hey, put your own oxygen mask on because you can't help the person next to you if all the air gets sucked out of the cabin. It's that same concept in life. We can't ever expect to help somebody else until we first have helped ourselves. So now, because I'm more equipped through practicing positivity, through practicing affirmations, through practicing disciplines in myself, through valuing myself at a higher frequency, at a higher magnitude, realizing the direction that I want to go, then I no longer spend time, energy, effort doing things that I don't. I don't give people my time, energy, and effort if they're not even worth it. If I know they're just going to take a mental crap on me, what's the point of engaging into that? There's no growth, there's no potential, there's no life in something like that. But I talk about my fulfilling my calling now, or stepping into something that I feel called to do. It's not necessarily our business. Does that tie into it? Yes. Heck yeah. It's a starting point, but it's not that. It's encouraging people to find out for themselves. It's doing what we do here every single morning, guys. That's my calling, and to step into that, to realize that, it only took me 37 years, guys. It only took me 37 years to discover what I was called to do for the rest of my life.
You got to look at it. All right. KFC didn't start till it was 40s.
Yeah, the Colonel.
Ford.
Ford. until he was 40, and then he didn't actually start the business until he was like 60 or 61, something like that.
Yeah.
Right? That's the history behind it. Yeah, great example.
Ford Motor Company didn't start till he was in his 40s. You know, so you will evolve when you are ready to start doing something different within your life. You will evolve when you're ready to start receiving the different information for what you're actually makes you happy.
And this is so true. It's so true though. But I noticed that one of the next steps after that in your personal journey, guys, you know, is you're going to start, your life will begin to align itself in such a way that the right people will be put in your path. Not the wrong ones, but all of the right ones will be attracted to you. All because you made a decision to look in the mirror, you know, and start paying attention to yourself, because you wrote down your vision, because you established goals and routines and practices, all because you got yourself in a proper mental state, because you were taking back your own life, taking back your own time, taking back your own possessions, taking back the responsibility of living and not just existing, but say, in my life, I'm not just going to live, but I'm going to thrive in the life that I've been given. I'm going to thrive in the opportunities that have been presenting themselves. And I keep missing it. Why? Because I wasn't in alignment, because I had so much noise, so much distraction, so much drama, you know, or I was too busy watching my favorite Netflix special, you know, or I couldn't get out of the conversations of gossip. You know, I couldn't get out of the wrong circles kind of stuff. You know, people live in that limitation, but you don't have to live in that limitation, man. Once you stop and you realize the potential within yourself, you begin to see that so much more is possible within your life, you know? And I'm a proud believer in that. I'm a firm believer, and I affirm in everything that I am telling you only because it has proven to be successful for me in my life up until this point. I'm not telling you based off of somebody else's testimony. I'm telling you based off of my experience. I'm telling you based off of what I have been going through, what I have been doing, the disciplines that I've been practicing within myself, and where it is taking me. Do I still have a long way to go? In my opinion, yes, because I'm not where I want to be. But guess what? Because of my alignment, I'm exactly where I should be.
Yep.
That's why Thomas always talks about there's no better time than now. Why? Because we're not living in the past. We're not living in the future, but we're living in the present. And in that, we're co-creating something great. You could be co-creating something terrible because you have no alignment. You have no direction. You know, you're in that zombie state. You don't know what to do, where to go, who to talk to. You're lost in life. You're like, oh, what do I do? I'm sick of this routine, you know. And people ask you all the time. You know who you are. If you're listening to me right now, you know who you are. You're watching it on the YouTube, or streaming, or you're one of the people who's on the panel. You know who you are, man. You know, where your life consists of the same routine over and over again. People ask you how you do, how are you doing? And your response is, well, you know, same old shit, just a different day. You know, it's like a negative perspective, you know. Do you wake up like, damn, I got to go do this. I got to do that. I got to know. Or do you wake up like, woo, I'm alive this morning? Because that's the first blessing we acknowledge. And if you don't, you need to be acknowledging. Woo, hold on. I opened up my eyes today. Hold on. Yep. I'm still here. I got a pulse. You know, there's a blessing in that right there, man. You know, when you begin to align yourself, you know, with how life has designed for your path, you know, it's such a beautiful thing. And the possibilities, you begin to see that the possibilities are truly endless.
How many?
You know, for time's sake, I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, Thomas.
How many of you have children at home still? Just to raise a hand. Now, that should be something that you're waking up and saying thank you, that you have the blessing to be able to be there with them children today, to enjoy their energies, their creativities, their adventurous sides, because before long, they're going to be gone and out your house and living their life. And they're going to be in that same mindset that you were in. Just remember that. So if you were in a negative mind state throughout the whole time of that child's life of talking, woe, pitiful me, I never have enough of this, or oh, my weight is bad, or you're always talking bad about yourself, then what will you effectively give to your children? they will start walking around the house telling the same thing to themselves. Oh, poor pitiful me. I never have enough. I never can go do anything I want to do. Oh, I'm fat. Oh, I don't get to do this. And then they're going to pass that on to their children. So what we're asking y'all to do in here each day is be the chain breakers. Start giving the better attitudes, the better words to yourself. Start walking around the house giving yourself the better words. Start enjoying the moment, like he said, when you woke up, and then saying, you know what, today I have another blessing to be here today. Let's get out there and see what we can accomplish and take care of. And I want to thank you for letting me to have these children to be able to enjoy them today. And whether you can't have babies and you have fur babies, enjoy the fur babies. Whatever it is that you have that you're having fun with, say thank you for it today. And the best thing that I want to, before we wrap this up with Miss Shannon, is if you haven't got up and said thank you for the roof that you have over your head that you have provided for yourself, if you haven't got up and said thank you for the clothes that you have put on your back that you have provided for you, if you haven't got up and said thank you for the food that's in your belly this morning, and for the people that you're able to surround yourself with to make you better, if you're not getting up and saying thank you for that today, you need to. And yes, I did say need, because it is very something that we have to have within our life is others around us. No one was born to be a hermit. No one was born to go hide behind a rock or in the mountains in a cave. We were all here to co-create, to mingle, to inspire, to uplift, to bring something different to this world, to bring the different whatever as we're evolving throughout this whole lifetime of this creation. Because we have seen it go from people rowing sailboats to steamboats to, big ocean liners now that hold 2,000 or 3,000 people, to the steel age, to the railroads, to the evolving with Silicon Valley, to now evolving even where we're bringing it today. We are the co-creators. We are the ones that can bring this life and this world into a whole different state, and we need to start with our minds. That state of mind is what is going to bring this world into a better balance, into a better harmony. Because once we start flowing good within ourselves, then we can flow good out there to our brothers and sisters. We're able to be a better assisters to our other brothers and sisters. Because once we learn how to get it within tune here, then it's really easy to be able to give the nourishment that we need for a shoulder, to be able to inspire someone else to do something great within their own life, to be able to pass out the good books that need to be read, to be able to give the good words that need to be heard, to be able to let people know that you are the chain breakers. You are the ones that do not have to live within the past thought process of your parents or your grandparents and your great-grandparents. We have evolved to something way much more within this life. And it all starts with us right here. That's why we do this on a day-to-day basis. It's because we want everybody to evolve into that higher state, that higher elevation, that higher thought process, that higher creativity that we had as children. How many of you have kids that are about 0 to 8 years of age? And just to watch them go around, especially when they're 4 years of age and they're the sassiest little things and know how to do everything. And 4, 5, and 6, they know how to create everything. Don't touch me, I got this, and you see their creativity just flowing out. Yes, that power that child has at that time frame is more powerful than I am at 46 years of age. Because I truly haven't tapped all the way back into there yet, but I'm on my way. And once I get tapped back into that thought process that I had back then I bet you that this world is not going to be able to handle them. And I'm glad they can't clone people yet, because you don't want to clone me, because the world can't handle me. No. But we can have fun together while we're all here now. Because I know every one of these physical bodies that I see on here on this screen today, they are breaking down. How fast do you want to break it down? That's up to you. How fast do you want to see the other side? That's up to you. But we came here to enjoy this time frame. It started out that we had people that were staying for over 100 years. Then it went down to 80 years. Then it went down to 40 years, 50 years. I'm 46, and I've lost 3 good life mentors in their 50s. Already in their 50s. They lived a good life, yes, but yet they were taken by things that they didn't know that we were putting into our bodies. That's why we say nourish it with your mind, with your heart, with your soul, with the nutrition that you put into your body, because there's things being made out there every day that is not good for these bodies. So just know what you're putting into them. And it all starts with right here first. Give yourself the good words. We're going to wrap this up with Miss Shannon this morning. We want everybody to have an awesome day. Go ahead, Miss Shannon.
Morning, everybody. This is the 10 Commandments to self-love. I shall lovingly accept myself as I am right now. I shall appreciate all the beauty that makes me who I am. I shall regularly give thanks for all my blessings. I shall trust in my ability to take care of myself. I shall not criticize myself. I shall not criticize others. I shall forgive myself when I make a mistake. I shall be kind to others without sacrificing my own needs. I shall take responsibility for my life, and I shall love myself for the best of my ability.
Loving myself. Love that. That's some great commandments right there. And she's going to put those out on a post today, so you'll all be able to enjoy that as well, because that's some awesome commandments right there that you're giving to yourself today. Have a good day, guys. Love and appreciate you all.